This is Chris from thetraderguy.com taking a look at the upcoming June 6th trading session. I've got pound Kiwi in front of you. This is the daily time frame, and you can see that the 180 level not only is a large, round, psychologically significant number, but it is also an area where we have seen a bit of interest in the past. You can see that it has offered a reactionary momentum in both directions over time. So I find it interesting that that's where we're at, and there's a cluster of things going on, if you will, at the moment. So because of that, I'm actually looking at this as a potential bounce. You can see that a trend line could have been broken, but the 1.80 level is one of those things that would tell you maybe you don't want to be short of this market, at least not yet, not just on the break of the trend line, because there's so much in the way of support. So when I look at this, it looks messy at first, but when I look at the longer term trend, and I also would preface this with the fact that the pound has found some life as of late. There's a much longer term downtrend line that has been broken. And now we're coming back to, and I'm going to eyeball this. Camtasia won't let me do both, but I'm going to eyeball this and say we're probably coming back to about 38.2. So with all of that, I think there's reason enough to drill down to the shorter term charts and see what we've got. And there's a 4-hour chart, and there's a 1-hour chart. And I'm seeing the same thing on this chart. So let me zoom in. You can see there's a shooting star here. I think if we can break above the top of the 4-hour shooting star, which I have as 1.8125, I think we're going to go higher. I think it's time to start buying there, and I would anticipate a move at the very least to 182.60. Honestly, I would expect more than that, truthfully. But I think that's the first target. I'd have a stop just below the 1.80 handle. And that gives you plenty of room to run. When you look at the hourly chart, that's the same high you would be trying to get over. And then when you go back out to the daily chart, you could really make an argument to go to 182.30 or even all the way up to 188, 189. Now, that comes down to whether or not you have the ability to hang on to a trade, which unfortunately a lot of people don't. That's part of what makes trading so difficult. And you can see that the 38.2 was right about where I thought it would be, so we're kind of in between the two. So certainly an area where I would expect to see some interest. So if the pound starts to pick up today, take a look at it against the Kiwi. Could be a nice opportunity.